Here's the real reason Grant Horvat left Good Good. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the Golf Clan, your home for YouTube golf news. Thanks so much. I'm glad that you're here. Grant Horvat recently posted a video titled, "I'm competing against the PGA Tour." And immediately upon watching this video, even 2 minutes in, it was crystal clear to me why Grant Horvat left Good Good. I know that if you've been following the situation, about a little over 8 months ago, Grant Horvat parted ways with Good Good, which was a shock to almost everybody in the golf social media space. The Micah leaving Good Good situation, that was sort of drawn out, and he started disappearing from their videos, and Luke Kwan sort of popped in. And then when Micah finally addressed it, it wasn't a shock. But Grant leaving was a shock to everyone, including the Good Good members themselves. And we didn't get a whole lot of answers. Grant released a video on his channel where he sort of alluded to, differences and visions and values, but didn't say a whole lot on the topic, and maybe legally he wasn't able to speak very much on the topic. So there wasn't a lot of answers as to why. And the Good Good CEO, Matt Kendrick, spoke to Mr. Short Game on a podcast and essentially said, hey, we tried to get Grant to stay. We tried to get a reason for why he was leaving. It wasn't clear to even us why he was walking away from us. And so there wasn't a whole lot of answers. Now, fast forward about 9 months later, and the dust has settled. Time reveals all. And in seeing the direction of Grant Horvat's page, especially this latest video, it just smacked me in the face. This is why Grant Horvat left Good Good. And I drew out a little, I don't even know if you call it a diagram, but I drew out something on this whiteboard. So let me show you. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if the autofocus is working, but essentially this is like a teeter-totter, and it really revolves around control. So here we are with, on one side, I do what I'm told, and on the other side, I do what I want. And when you're part of Good Good, you do what you're told, right? This is a corporately owned, privately held company backed with, private investment capital. And it's a company. This is a job. And that's something that I don't think a lot of people realize. Sure, is it a great job to travel the world and sign autographs and play golf and rep apparel? It's a great job, but that's something that the casual viewer might not appreciate, is how much of a job it really is. And just one example from my perspective was I was out at the Good Good Championships at Media Credentials in Scottsdale for their first tournament that they hosted, giving away $50,000 prize money. I'm sure you know about the Good Good Championships. And on the day after the qualifying rounds had finished, there was an off day before the tournament rounds started with that final field of 12 players. And on the off day, I was hanging out at the back of the range at the Weston Carolyn Golf Club and observing the Good Good guys in their office, right? Like Steve was sitting in a lawn chair, lying on the ground, just like staying in the shade. It was really hot out there. And Good Good had partnered with Rapsodo. They were making a bunch of videos in partnerships with Rapsodo. These guys were on. This was work, right? They weren't out there with cocktails, playing a scramble, filming videos, having fun, doing whatever they wanted. This time here in Arizona, like they had scheduled and been told, hey, you're up next. Like Bubby, Matt, like you're up next with the Rapsodo guys. Time for you to step in and film a video for the Good Good Extra channel. And it was like, wow, these guys really, this is a job now. You might see it on YouTube and it looks like, wow, they're just traveling the world, having a blast. They're best friends. But anytime you, as a business, you take on capital investors, you have responsibilities and you need to sell merch. You need to increase your revenue and build and grow and scale. A lot of that work, sure, Max and Colin, Luis and the team handles a lot of the editing and shot tracers, and sure, they are the backbone of this, but the workhorses are the guys on camera who need to be on, who are constantly traveling and working and having to perform, and their schedules are just crazy. And so I say all this to say, hey, Grant Horvat maybe saw the writing on the wall. Look, Good Good is becoming more corporate. It may have started out and been a little bit more low key, but they're adding employees, they're adding projects, building putters, like expanding and growing. The obligations on the time of the Good Good members just kept growing and growing and growing. Grant saw that writing on the wall and is like, hey, you know, let me look at this seesaw. And the other thing that I wanted to show is, bear with me here as I do a little bit of work on the whiteboard. Okay, so here's the other part of the equation, right? This is another seesaw, and I've just replaced the options with, on the one hand, I need Good Good, and on the other hand, I don't need Good Good. Someone like Grant, you know, which he's a guy who met Garrett through social media in West Palm Beach and was invited to come out and play with the guys, got along well with the guys, was sort of hand-plucked by Garrett as someone who has the potential to be a social media personality and build his own brand. He was sort of hand-plucked, but in those early days when Grant joined Good Good, his social following was tied to Good Good. He didn't have a following. He didn't have a brand. He didn't have fans until Garrett sort of made him a social media star. And at the beginning, joining Good Good, if Grant walks away, he still needs Good Good. He can't walk away and build this massive multi-million-dollar empire. No, he needed Good Good. The longer that Grant stayed with Good Good, the more he became a mainstay, the more that he played with Garrett on Garrett's channel in those matches, the more he did things like that California series, that road trip, still to this day, one of the best series in the YouTube golf space, in my opinion. Ryder killed it with that edit. The more that Grant did that, the more he built up his own followers or fans as a member of Good Good. And so the power dynamic shifted. At the beginning, Good Good held all the power. Grant needs Good Good. The longer that Grant stayed on, the more his socials started getting a boost, and the more he realized, hey, I think I have some fans now. I don't maybe need Good Good in the same way that I needed them before. And at that point, I think he looked back at the first seesaw and said, hey, I have two options. One, I stick with Good Good, and my Mizuno iron deal is coming to an end. Good Good is working on this big deal with Callaway, which is going to be awesome, but at the same time, it's going to mean more work with Good Good. So I can stay here with Good Good and continue doing what I'm told, which is a lot of travel, and for personal reasons that came out, you know, he has a father who was a little bit older in Florida and wanted to spend more time with him. He got engaged and married, and so he was seeing, hey, I want to be able to spend time with my wife, and this Good Good growth is becoming a job, a very, very busy job. And then as Grant had more power to say, maybe I don't need Good Good, he started to look and say, hey, I want control over my own time. I want to do what I want to do. And now I actually have the ability to do that because he's built a platform through Good Good. And I think some people came after Grant upon leaving Good Good because they said, look, you just use Good Good. You just came in, used Good Good to gain some clout, and then the second that you could dip to do your own thing, you dipped. And I think it's a little bit more complicated than that. It's nuanced. I think when Grant first joined Good Good, he had this idea of what it would be, and then by the time he was stepping away from Good Good, he saw the direction it was moving, and it maybe didn't align with his longer-term goals. I think it's more nuanced than that, but yes, I think that Grant definitely attached himself to Good Good, and then when he realized he had power and could go build his own channel and do very, very well without Good Good, he did take that opportunity to step away and go out on his own. And, you know, looking at his channel, his most viewed video, almost by double, is the YouTube Golf Championship Major that he hosted alongside the Bob Does Sports crew and a bunch of other big golf YouTubers. But that video has 2 million views, which is almost double his second highest performing video, which is his announcement leaving Good Good. My point being is he's able to now crush it on his own. And when he realized that, he did choose to step away. Now, this video that he recently posted, I wanted to get into, which is I'm competing against the PGA Tour. And right away, you just hear this excitement. Grant is announcing that he's starting this new series. It's called The Cut, or The Cut Line, where he will be traveling to different PGA Tour venue courses within the U.S., This happened to be at the Copperhead course at Innisbrook in Florida, but also he said maybe even outside of the U.S., and he's going to be trying to make the cut by playing around from the back tees or from exactly the same yardages as the PGA Tour players play when they play in the tournament there, trying to make the cut and seeing how he would fare against PGA Tour players. He's so excited. Like, you can see that this is what Grant wants to do. He loves stroke play. How many times in Good Good videos did Grant geek out about, I'm so excited we're doing stroke play. This is my favorite thing to do. You know, we're playing in, let's say, the Good Good Major, the first one at Purcell, or we're playing in the Good Good Major in the UK with Rick Shields, and Grant's just fired up. And I think he started to think, man, I really have this passion for pursuing competitive golf and really testing myself, but much of the Good type of content and videos are more geared toward the social golfer, the Wheel of Not Ideals, the different kinds of challenges, which bring in a lot of different viewers. But I think Grant felt like he wasn't connecting with the direction of Good and where it was heading. And so by branching out on his own, he gets control over his own time. He gets to do what he wants when he wants. He realized he didn't need Good. He could independently grow his own brand and have a very loyal audience. He could spend more time with his wife, with his parents, moving from Dallas down to Jupiter, West Palm Beach area. And now he can take his page in a direction that he wants to. So he's launched this series. I watched the first video. It's an awesome video. It just came out yesterday. I'm not going to give away whether he made the cut or did not make the cut, but you can just see that his content's getting better and better. He has his wife, I believe her name's Sadie, behind the camera. So she's kind of the main videographer helping him out, which then allows his actual videographer editor, Sky, to go and move around and get these different angles and those secondary shots, especially with the color grading. It really, I mean, the cinematography of Grant's channel is getting better and better and better. I wonder if he's learning a thing or two from Eric Anders Lang and Random Golf Club about how to do that. But man, his content's getting better, and he's really found his own lane now, which is this stroke play match series. You see the 2v2 series that he's doing with George Bryan. They just released, I mean, legitimately like 20 minutes ago, their back nine against Fat Perez and Josh Kelly. I have not yet seen the back nine, so I can't tell you who won that or how that went. But Grant's really finding his own stride since separating from Good. And you see it. You see the passion. You see the enthusiasm. He's doing exactly the videos that he wants to do, and he's not doing things that he doesn't want to do. Does that mean that, you know, the best thing is to separate from Good when you get big enough that you can leave? No, not necessarily. For some people, staying with a big brand like that allows you to not have to worry about as much of your own channel. You can just kind of show up, be part of the Good squad, and do really, really well. But I also think that since Grant left Good, it's changed how Good operates, just structurally. Because when Good started, right, Micah was one of the co-founders. I think he got equity. And so everything was kind of built around that, bringing in these core members and offering equity. And when Grant left and then Micah left, I think Good had to take a really hard look at, we need to kind of tighten the screws. We can't just let someone become a member. We need to look at our contracts. We need to kind of think about how we're doing this. We need to maybe create this bridge toward being a full-time member and call it Good Athlete. So people like Ben Haddon and Brad Dahlke and AJ Pujols, we can allow them to be in the fold and appear in most of the videos, but without giving away access to the company, because we can get burned down the road. So I think Good has changed its model. It's much more tight in terms of its core guys now, and does not really let someone in easily. And I'm sure contractually and legally they've kind of tried to learn from this, because they don't want someone coming in and joining Good for a year and then building a big following and then dipping. So you're seeing right now, I mean, Ben Haddon's YouTube channel is doing great. He's almost hitting 50,000 subscribers soon. Brad Dahlke's channel is absolutely exploding, and I'm going to chat with him soon. I don't know if that video is going to be out by the time this is posted, but Brad's channel is skyrocketing. So you're seeing this power of joining Good. You join Good and you collab with the Good Good guys, make golf videos and build your own channel, your socials are going to skyrocket. And then that leaves Good Good maybe vulnerable to you dipping once you've built this big following, and then just going off, sailing into the sunset and running your own YouTube empire. So I think Good Good's kind of changed its approach there because of Grant, but I just wanted to get this video out here. Seeing Grant's new series, The Cut or The Cut Line, he's really stepped into his own, and I think it's clear now more than ever that a huge part of him leaving Good Good was him wanting to do more stroke play matches, less of the challenges that are less golf focused, right? And more kind of social or entertainment focused. And also the sense that Grant wanted to have control over his time, because we saw in Stephen Castaneda's recent video on his channel, his personal YouTube channel, he talked about, you know, Good Good used to be a 1 week commitment. 1 week out of the month, you're going to travel somewhere, film a ton of videos for the whole month, and then you have 3 weeks off. That's no longer the case, because Good Good is adding on these special trips and videos last minute whenever they can organize these videos against people like Ricky Fowler or Michael Block. And these videos just pop up in a minute's notice. So you could be back from a trip, back from Good Good week, hanging at the house, thinking that you have a week or two off, and you get a call saying, hey, we have a flight tomorrow, we're going to this course, we're going to play against this person, we need you to be there. And all of a sudden, boom, you're back on the road. So it has become crazy. I mean, you look at someone like Bubby, and he's leaving the RV trip that they just took across 10 states to go and play in a Pro-Am for the BMW. So the schedules of these guys, it's just crazy. It's crazy how much travel it is. Steve is now committed to posting again consistently on YouTube after saying that he took a break. He's had a little bit of back problems, got burned out, which is totally understandable. But you see the commitment of being a Good Good member. Like, this is a very, very demanding job. It might look fun all the time, but all that travel and all that responsibility for all their brand partnerships and sponsored videos, it's a lot of work. And so that is just something to consider for these guys who are Good Good members, and cast a little bit of light on Micah and Grant stepping away and saying, hey, I want a little bit more control over my time. The travel schedule is too much. Family's important to me, and having, you know, my own direction of my own channel, being able to prioritize that is really important to me. So I hope that makes sense. Let me know down below, what do you think about my analysis of Grant leaving? You know, we're never really going to know exactly why he left, but I think that these big factors had to have played a big role in him stepping away. If you have any other thoughts or analysis on this situation, I know it's 9 months in the rearview mirror, but there was never full clarity provided. I think Grant's dropping a lot of clues here, and you can really just see that he seems happier than ever now, making a lot of videos with George Bryan and the Bryan Bros, and now starting this travel series, really investing in his team with Sky and the editing, the cinematography, bringing his wife with him on trips, having her film. He seems to have a very good thing going, so things are looking up for Grant Horvat now at about 425,000 subscribers. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, I'm Dougie from the Golf Clan. If you're new here, go ahead and give that thumbs up button just a little bit of a boost. Please turn that red subscribe button gray. That would make me really happy, and just continue to allow me to make more of these videos for you, covering all things YouTube golf. So thanks so much for stopping by the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.